information about the mission trip. So, this mission trip is with the Catholic organization Young People Who Care, which are based out in Frenchville, Pennsylvania. It's about 6 hours from here, from Troy. This trip was started by Elizabeth Spencer, the youth minister, two youth ministers back. She used to be the DRE, the Director of Religious Education at St. Anastasia. She went there growing up, and then she started taking the youth group there. And then Andy continued it, the youth minister before me, and now myself, John, have continued it as well. And it's a really great trip that really we really get to make a difference in the lives of many people over there that we're serving, and we also get to see the teenagers really get to grow closer to God and really enjoy serving people. So it's a good time. So looking at first this information packet that's on our website. The first page goes over the kind of the basic schedule. So this is a quick overview of kind of the driving. So Sunday, July 28th, we gather up at 7:30 in the morning, pack up the cars, go to the 8 o'clock Mass, and then after that, we head over to Pennsylvania. So we drive out there, and we arrive at the retreat center that evening, where Sister Suzanne, who's the leader of the organization Young People Who Care, who runs this, she will orientate us and then get us ready to serve the week. So we serve there Monday through Thursday, and then on Friday we leave and we head to Our Lady of Mount Carmel camp, which is about 2 hours from the Young People Care place. And then we just have a debrief retreat where we kind of rest and pray together, have Mass, and just have a chance to kind of be together with a little bit of free time. The work Monday through Thursday is pretty much it's a lot of service Monday through Thursday, and a lot of powerful experiences happen. So it's good to have some time to rest and reflect on the week before we head back home. But then after that's finished on Saturday, we do head back home, of course. So then we drive the remaining. It's about 4 hours from that camp to back to Troy, back to St. Anastasia. So so that's a quick overview of the trip. We gather up on Sunday, drive out to Pennsylvania, serve with Young People Care Monday through Thursday. On Friday, we leave Young People Care and stop at this camp, Our Lady of Mount Carmel, to rest and reflect. And then Saturday, we head home back to Troy. Here's the details of the number and the address of those two places. We should probably be good on chaperone drivers. I think we have enough, but I'm still seeing how many people sign up and how much space we have in the cars. So right now I have Tim and Julie Marak, two of our core members who regularly volunteer with BASIC, as well as Maria Norris. She is also helps with BASIC sometimes and on the retreats. We have one of the teens is adult older brothers, who is also going to be helping, and then myself, John. So we have a good number of adults. Oh, and Dan Parker, of course. Dan Parker is a retired engineer. I think he is a maintenance worker at St. Anastasia at the parish. So anyway, we got a great number of good adults that'll help lead the trip. So again, there's the departure time, the return time. The meals covered. So teens and adults bring money to pay for meals on the drive on the way there. So lunch and dinner on Sunday when we are leaving, we'll stop at rest stops and have probably fast food. And then we get to the camp, everything's covered at all the camp. And then on the way home Saturday, teens will pay for lunch, and adults will pay for lunch on the way home. So, that's that. I have a packing list here. This is actually made by Andy, that I might have tweaked slightly, but pretty standard. Definitely look over that. And then also make sure you look at Sister Suzanne's packing list too. This is the Young People Who Care trip list. Important things to know. It's like we definitely need work clothes that'll be good and safe to be in. She likes us to wear like jeans or work pants, not sweats or shorts when we go out and serve. So definitely need those. and all the kind of standard stuff. A little bit further in here, there's some frequently asked questions that the camp goes over, and they also talk about this rule of life. So it's while we're serving there, we're aimed at service, obviously, but then simplicity too. So we're living like a simple life in solidarity with the people that we're serving, in solidarity with the poor. It's refraining from junk food and soda, creating an atmosphere of peace and quiet so that we're not really on technology during the whole week, eating simple and balanced meals, and then refraining from excessive uses of modern conveniences. So, the cell phones will have during the week the adults will have them, and at the retreat on the way home, the students will have access to them if they want to call their parents or anybody and catch up as we're heading home. But I wanted to jump to this because dressing with simplicity and modesty was a thing that is one of the values of the camp, as well as all this other stuff. Anyway, at the bottom of Sister's packing list here in the information packet, you can see that due to our simple way of life, we leave behind hair dryers, curling irons, flat irons, makeup, earbuds, all that other stuff. So that said, she's not like super harsh about like if somebody brings simple makeup to wear to cover up acne. It's more about like the girls shouldn't be, getting totally dolled up like they're going to prom and putting on lipstick and all this fancy stuff. So it's like, yeah, the girls can bring simple makeup. That's fine. It's just that we're not gonna have like a super long makeup routine in the morning before we get, because we're going out to work, so you don't really want to be wearing a ton of makeup anyways. Mascara will be running down from the sweat in the July heat, so let's not do that. But anyway, yeah, it's that looks pretty unsettled, like no makeup at all. That's not the rule. It's not no makeup. So, anyways, yeah, so definitely look over these two the packing lists. This is the Friday retreat at Our Lady of Mount Carmel camp. That's just, I say, just basically bring some more clothes. Pack smart. That way you still have clothes for the whole week. For the service Monday through Thursday, and then for the mini retreat on Friday. So, looking at the service Monday through Thursday, here's the kind of schedule. So again, Sunday night we arrive at the camp and we get an orientation from Sister Suzanne. And then Monday is when this is like Monday through Thursday. So this is the core of the service mission trip part of it. So we get up and have breakfast. The meals are prepped by the teens and adults in like teams each day rather. Simple food with like really good instructions that Sister Suzanne made so that we're able to make the food and make it healthy and safe and all that good stuff. It's good food. It fills you up. So yes. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner made by a rotating schedule of people. So that's fun. So morning prayer in the morning is led by Sister Suzanne. She goes over part of Catholic social teaching that we'll be kind of living out that week, loving others. If we have a priest there, we'll have morning mass too. That's optional. So let's see. So job assignments. So the core of the day is like we leave about 8:30 and we come back around 4. So we're serving at various places. So how that works is us and the other parish, and I think it's just one other church as of now, that are going this week will be there. So there'll be a group of people from somewhere else. I don't know if it's Pennsylvania or somewhere else, but us from Troy, Michigan, and the other churches. And then we'll all like carpool together to various work sites. So the work sites are described under the frequently asked questions. So service this week may or may not include home renovation, building or repairing porches, indoor or outdoor painting of housings or apartments, property cleanup, visiting nursing homes, yard work, cleaning, building ramps, work on the retreat center grounds, and other similar tasks. So it's a lot of simple like repairs, painting, cleaning, helping elderly people clean out their garage or do some yard work. The camp has a blueberry patch, so we help pick blueberries, which then they make pies with that they sell to help, what do you call it, support the camp and the Young People Care organization. So, yep. So it's yeah, all the different types of jobs there are. We kind of we put people in groups that are going to be like working well together, and we always have, obviously at least one adult driving each car, so they'll be safe and everyone stays together. Um, yes. So yeah, last year one group one time was helping fix a deck that had some broken wooden steps, so we were fixing those. Um, we painted like a washer and dryer room, um, picked the blueberries as I mentioned, cleaned out several garages and attics for people, helped with all that stuff. There was a horse farm we helped on last year. I'm not sure if we'll do that this year. We might have somebody with horse allergies coming this year, so we might not go to the horse farm. But yeah, various things. I can give you more details about that if you'd like. So just let me know. So back to the schedule. So we serve at the various places. So the camp is in Frenchville, Pennsylvania, kind of rural. Clearview, Pennsylvania is nearby. That's like the main city. So we'll kind of carpool to there and to other various places and to do the jobs, and then we come back. So when we get back, we do river swim. So again, this is a week of like service and simplicity. So conserving water and whatnot, we do river swim. So everybody wears a swimsuit. So girls wear the modest one-piece swimsuit, guys wear swim trunks, regular stuff. And then you go in the river and you swim and rinse off. Bring biodegradable soap, as it mentions in the packing list. That's. I thought that would be weird when I heard about like what we're river bathing, but it's not. It's everybody just swimming together, and then you're also like shampooing and stuff. So it's actually pretty fun. Everybody liked it last year. And they do have showers, and we are allowed to, like, if you need a like shower real quick, you can. So yeah. Anyway, so that's the river swim. It's a fun part of the thing. The river is not very deep. There's like virtually no current, but we're all there together with a lot of adults and people, so we stay safe there. You also definitely need river shoes, so you need water shoes. It mentions because there's lots of rocks underneath, so you don't want to be walking on that with bare feet. Plus, it's kind of slippery if you didn't have the grip from the shoes. So, yeah, so that is that. And then we come back for dinner, and then there's a quiet hour. So each day there's an hour of quiet to just rest. So you can take a little nap if you need to. You can do some reading. You can work on a puzzle. You can just like go for a walk outside. You can rest and relax. The quiet hour is really helpful because it helps us from to not go crazy, because living together for a week is a long time. Lots of high schoolers. So it's really helpful to kind of just give everybody a chance to rest and relax. And we'll have extroverts who love talking to people, and we'll have introverts who don't like talking nonstop. So the quiet hour is really nice to have to fit everybody's needs. So 8 o'clock recreation. So there's tons and tons of board games. So we play board games together. It's a real fun time. Evening prayer is again led by a rotating group of teens and adults. So similar to the breakfast, similar. All the meals are made each day by one group that alternates. There's also a group that'll lead the evening prayer, and it'll be something like, we're gonna talk about what we're all thankful for, and do this little activity, and then say an Our Father or something like that. So that's a fun time. And then 11 p.m. we go to the bunkhouses and then go to sleep. So that is Monday through Thursday. That's the whole schedule there. And then so after we finish that, we leave Friday, take a group picture after breakfast and prayer, and then head off to, as I mentioned, Our Lady of Mount Carmel camp for the debrief retreat. That's just kind of informal, led by me. Simple, good time to debrief and pray together and relax. So, yeah, there'll be lots of games and sports to play. We'll do some like street hockey on the basketball court or something. Um, yes. So, all right. So I'd encourage you to look through this whole thing. It mentions the different. This is chaperones and the meals. The cost is $250. We have my youth ministry budget. I'm able to give a fairly affordable scholarship price, or at least compared with the what it would cost full priced. $325 is what they charge, plus we're paying for the retreat camp, although the camp on the way home is pretty cheap. So at any rate, $250. There are some scholarships available. Some generous parishioners are willing to help, so let me know if you need any help, or if anyone wants to go but they're afraid about the cost. So definitely let us know. Community prayer experience, as I mentioned, that's the morning prayer led by Sister Suzanne, and then evening prayer will be led by the teens and adults and a chaperone. So so the rule of life, we kind of went over this. Stewardship, conserving water, doing all these things. She'll talk about that, where like we try to use, don't leave the lights on when you're not using them. Don't run the water super long, all that sort of thing. Hospitality, loving each other, caring for each other, respecting each other, obviously. Prayer, we already mentioned. Real basic stuff. Don't use drugs or alcohol. So that's the information packet. That is all this paperwork is, of course, written by it's Anawim Ministries is the order that like Sister Suzanne is in. She's a religious sister, a nun sister, and then Young People Care is the name of the program that does this. I think they're actually changing the name soon, but at any rate. So that is the information packet. And then real quick, we'll scroll back to the top here. This is the permission slip. So again, $250. You can credit card, cash check, all that stuff. You pay over the phone by credit card or in the office. Medical treatment form. So I need this for the St. Anastasia. If anyone's taking any medication during the retreat, I also need this form. And then there's all the forms that Young People Care needs. So volunteer profile, the teenager fills this out, or parents can help, of course. But they ask about like your skills and your experience with all these various things, because that's the sort of stuff that we'll be doing, helping, doing lawn care, maybe painting, maybe visiting a nursing home and working with the elderly, that sort of stuff. So play a musical instrument. We'll probably perform some songs for the elderly if anybody is in band and they're coming. So anyway, so the volunteer profile, medical release, so unfortunately you got to fill out 2 medical forms. This one is for Young People Care. There's the confidential release form. This is the kind of standard contract stuff that camps have us fill out. If you want if you're okay with the photos being used by Young People Care, you sign there. If not, check that box, and they won't use the photos, or we won't take pictures with your teenager in the photo. So, all right. Lastly, Code of Conduct. Pretty straightforward. All that stuff. And that is it for the forms that I need and that Young People Care needs. There is on the website the chaperone forms, but again, I said we're looking pretty good with having enough chaperones for this year, but definitely refer people to St. Anastasia's website. It's under the Other Opportunities spot. So if you search Other Opportunities, you can find this. And here right at the top, service opportunity, this is teen ministry, service opportunities and mission trip. So here we got the information packet, permission slip, and then right here is the adult form. So this is my little letter talking about what chaperones need to do. And then there's a statement of faith they have to sign, and volunteer driver information sheet. All the drivers have to have good insurance that covers everything, and good, they do a background check, so good driving record and all that stuff is covered. And then Young People Care also needs their driver info, as well as their safe environment. So they have to do the Protecting God's Children workshop. Obviously, if they're already a volunteer with me, we'll handle all this. But yeah, they have to do that and background check and all that stuff. So, and then again, they fill out their own volunteer profile page, the same as the teens do. And then same thing, the confidential release form, and then an adult medical form too. And there's an adult code of conduct. So that's good too. Keep us all accountable and help us do what's right. So, all right. So hopefully that answers all your questions. But yes, definitely feel free to reach out to me if you got any more questions on the trip. So, all right. Thanks and God bless.